Okay, students, in this video we are looking to solve quadratic functions. We have a couple examples. X squared is equal to 64. To get x by itself, we simply apply the square root property, and the square root property is going to undo the exponent of 2. Square root both sides. Now when we do this, we are going to get two answers, a positive and a negative answer on this side. What is the root of 64? Well, the answer is 8. So we have two answers. X is equal to positive and negative 8. If we apply the same property to the next example, to get rid of this exponent of 2, we simply square root both sides, and we get b plus 6 equals plus or minus whatever the root of 16 is, which in this case is 4. To get b by itself, I simply subtract 6 on both sides, and so I have b equals positive or negative 4 minus 6. And so that's going to lead me to two different solutions. Positive 4 minus 6 is negative 2, and negative 4 minus 6 is negative 10. So we have two possible answers for this one here. Next one, same idea, just like the first one. I want to know what d is, so a couple of different ways I can do this. I'm going to bring the negative 10d to the left side, so add 10d to the left side, and I get d squared plus 10d equals 0. From here, we're going to factor out a d. So we got d times d plus 10 is equal to 0. And we know that d times d plus 10 equals 0. That means that one of these factors must equal to 0. So d equals 0 is one answer. And the other one is d plus 10 equals 0. Let's get d by itself. So d equals negative 10. So two possible answers for this one, 0 and negative 10. When I look at the next two problems below here, we are going to do the same thing. Let's get everything on one side. So x squared plus 19x plus 60 equals 0. So from here, I need to factor out this trinomial, and this is going to be x times x is x squared. Now let's think of two numbers that I can multiply to get 60, but when I add them I get 19, and that's going to be positive 15 and 4. 15 times 4 is 60. 15 plus 4 is 19. So x plus 15 times x plus 4 equals 0. So x plus 15 equals 0. X plus 4 equals 0. Solve for x. And x is equal to negative 15. And x equals to negative 4. Alright, so this one has two answers. If I look at the next problem here, I need to write an equation. So write an equation for this graph. Well, I know it's going to be a quadratic function because this is a parabola. And if I focus on the minimum point or the vertex, that's where it's at. Initially, the parent function has a vertex of 0, 0, and two other points that we are accustomed to. And this is called the parent function. It goes something like this. So consider the vertex. It's moved to the right 1, 2, 3. So it moves to the right 3 units, and then it's moved down 2 units. So here we go. We have, let's call this y, or we can call it f of x. F of x equals, in parentheses, x minus 3. It's moving to the right and down 2 units. So this is the function that represents this graph. If the graph, for example, was facing or opening downward, so let's say the graph was something like this, going downward just like that, The only thing that would change here is that I would have to make this a negative because it's opening downward, but everything else would be the same. I hope that makes sense. Please let me know if you have any questions. See you later.